Good day, folks. Jonathan Milam here with a lovely little cornet. It is a Yamaha 6335H, and they call it the Maestro. That is the way, I don't know if you can see the logo there, but that is the way it is labeled. Double triggers, for those of you that are British brass band fans. Oh yes, look at that. And you don't have to pay extra for this. Quite a bit of lacquer damage. Quite a bit of lacquer damage. I believe this horn might have been left in a, I don't know, just maybe somebody left it in the trunk for a little bit of time in the summer. Heat got a hold of it, possibly. There's definitely some indication of wear. However, the compression is absolutely unbelievable. First and third. Second slide is stucklet. It is, I try gingerly, and first time I hadn't been able to get a slide in quite a while, but the way a cornet's wrapped, I have met my limitation there and just not going to try it any harder. Okay, I've got 6 mouthpieces here. I want to demo this horn. Heavy bell and the live bell. I do like that. Nice ring. Impressive cornet. Large bore, 469. And going to start off with a shallower mouthpiece than I would usually use. But, you know, different strokes for different folks. We'll go progressively deeper till we get to the BBB mouthpiece. So, wonderful 6335 heavy bell. And we'll start off with a Reeves 41C mouthpiece. Little bouncy number we'll use for the first 3 songs, but quite soon we'll get into more legit type mouthpieces. I do like the Reeves 41C. Relatively shallow, kind of a modified V cup, but it's got a big throat and takes a lot of bite out of the horn, but it still is nice to play. Now this is a nice Mt Vernon 7C. I've got a better cup, which I need to send to Matt Frost, and I have him take the rim off and cut it off at the base so that I can use it for cornet playing. It has a larger throat than this, but this still has a very nice full sound. If you're not looking for overly deep, this is a good legit piece. And again, the Maestro with a Mt Vernon 7C cornet mouthpiece. And boy, they made the Mt Vernons big then. I don't think it's quite the idea of a 5, but it is certainly larger than most 7s. Okay, now, very interesting piece. This is Warburton's take on a deeper mouthpiece. He calls this his MBC. And really a nice, deep mouthpiece, but about a 27 drill. And he puts a very short back bore on that. But it works. It really works. Nice, hearty sound to it. Well, hadn't planned on that high B flat, but it was happening. Okay, great mouthpiece. Now we're getting into the sound that I would think you would probably want for a cornet. This is a GR6. I think they make a 7, which is slightly larger. About a 26 drill on this, I think. Nice relaxed throat. Again, kind of a modified V mouthpiece. Good sound, great rim, really. GR did a great job balancing their back bore and their cups. I think that really was a strength of theirs. But their rims were understated. Very, very nice. Okay, I think we'll go to a little more of a legit thing. Maybe you've got a solo and maybe Exodus. Nice mouthpiece. I've got two left, but I'm going to go to the deeper one, and the last one is just different. But this is a Curry BBB, quite deep. I believe that is about a 20 or 21 drill, quite a large drill if you're playing within the realm of reality. I think I've got a trumpet flugel mouthpiece that's an 11 drill, which is about what a tenor trombone can use. But anyway, deep mouthpiece. This should perhaps be the sound that you would be looking for if you were in a British brass band. Hate cold mouthpieces. Okay, I do like this. Years ago I had a 6335 and I was not impressed at all. But this with the heavy bell just seems to make a difference. And I'll tell you something else. These triggers, I do believe, add quite a bit of weight to the horn. Just a little more metal. You've got the shepherd's crook on this. The bell is very close to your face, easy to work with. Boy, if you were dealing with mutes, this would be a great soloist instrument to my way of thinking. You got the mute in close, no problem with the weight. I've got some very heavy mutes, and this would be the situation you'd want to use them in. All right, one of my favorite mouthpieces. I've used it for years. Again, Mark Curry is no longer actively making mouthpieces. I think at the moment I just saw correspondence from him on Trumpet Herald and said he's going to be selling his overstocked items, I believe himself. But this is such a great piece. He called it his Vintage Cornet. Slightly larger drill than the BBB that we just played, slightly shallower mouthpiece, and the cup is just a totally different cup. Wonderful sound, slightly breathy, and we'll just try a little jazz number. It might sound a little bit like Summertime. Man I greatly admired many years ago, was around him a little bit up in the St. Paul area. Pastor Robert Sabin played shilkies. I think that was the first time that I heard of a shilky, and he would go down and spend some time with Mr. Shilky, and often come back with a very nice horn, and had a couple of Shepherd's Crook cornets. And I said something to him one time. I said something about beautiful horn, or, really sounded good. He played in church quite a bit. And he said, "Oh, the pea shooter, you like that?" And that's how he referred to him. I kind of got the idea that as he got up in years, he enjoyed playing cornet more than trumpet. And I am 64, going to be 65 in just a few weeks. I think I can understand his affinity for cornets as he got a little older. Very, very nice instrument. 6335H. Heavy is the letter that's affixed to the 6335. And of course the bell says Maestro. If you can find one, I think that's about as good a sounding trumpet for new horns as I've heard in a long time. Do take care of yourself and someone near you.